guys, it's Kiersten. I'm Kiersten. In today's video, we are making my Mother's Day gift for my mom. It's kind of became a tradition at this point. So today we are going to be making some infusible ink coasters, right? With my Cricut machine. Since I got a Cricut for Christmas from my mom, I thought I should make a gift with my Cricut for my mom. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's just jump into what we need. Items that I'm gonna be using for this project. Important are coasters, some blank coasters. We're gonna use the Cricut brand, so we're on brand, right? We also need some infusible ink sheets. So I picked out black in this checkered pattern.
The plaid?
Yeah, it's buffalo checkered.
I call it plaid.
I call it plaid too, but yeah, we're gonna use these two colors to make this project. We also need some heat tape.
Is that like resistant to heat?
Yes. And then we need scissors. We need a piece of cardstock. You need a piece of butcher paper. And you need your press mat. And I'm going to be using the Cricut mini press.
So you use the scissors to cut your fingers off?
No.
Oh.
And then any kind of I use a card, but you can use whatever to kind of flatten your stuff. And then of course over here, we have the Cricut machine, our mat, and then our design. So our first step is we're gonna get our ink sheets. And we're gonna put them on my mat. So I'll be back when I put them on my mat. Get whatever design you want off of Cricut Access, whatever. I picked this. I'm gonna make it. And that's what we're looking like. I'm gonna mirror it because it's just best that you mirror everything that you make, right? I'm connecting to my machine. Go for it. See how this turns out. Okay, here I decided to print out both of my flowers, so both of them are done. And here I am going to do a W for my mom's name. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. So we're gonna go to make it. I have to move it because of my sheet. I'm gonna put it right there. I think we'll be fine. I'm gonna make sure I mirror it. Then I'm gonna hit continue and let it connect. Then I'm gonna do the same process. I picked infusible ink transfer sheets. Then my light's flashing right here. So I'm gonna push that. Yeah. Okay, in the meantime, we are gonna go ahead and cut out the plaid stuff. So the W is already cut, and now it's gonna cut out my flower. Okay, so I have my little weaning tools stuff right here. And now we're gonna take care of all of this to get the flower part out. Does that make sense? And obviously the W too. So that's my next step. You have to make sure that you get the black and the paper that's underneath. This is dangerous. See, okay, if you see, this is just the black paper and then there's white underneath it. I'm not getting all the way through, if you can see.
I think I saw it in the video before.
So I have to maneuver it just correctly. Oh, there you go. To get the whole thing out. And you can also use tweezers to help. I used tweezers last time.
Oh.
4 minutes, one area. Okay, sorry about the bad lighting, and sorry if you can hear rain. And I look different than the last clip. That's because we had an emergency, so we are back now to try to finish the product. So, I did get all of my like little flowers printed, as well as my my W's. So I have my plaited right there, black W. If everything will focus, it's right here, my black W. And then I still have the outside coating on my flower right here that I will take off when I get to this point. But let's go ahead and open up this guy and see if it actually worked. It's, again, like I said, been a few days. So I wasn't able to open these. So let me see if I can get, I was not expecting this. So that's what we're looking like. I actually, ooh, it all worked. All of it worked. That's awesome. I'm so happy with this. So, I don't know if I explained this in the beginning of the video. So I'm doing 4 different kind of like variations for each, one coaster for each of the designs. So I'm gonna have one of them that has the black flower like this. I'm gonna have another one with just like the plain plaited flower. So they'll kind of match together. And then of course I will do a plaited flower with the black W, as well as a black flower with the patterned W. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on our next set, so you can join me. I already printed everything. So all we have to basically do is I gotta get tape cut up, but my coasters, I need to prep all my coasters and get my station prepped and ready to go for my next one. I can only do one at a time, which it is fine with me, but if you have a bigger press, obviously you can do more, but this takes me a bit of time just to do one, which is kind of a bummer, but it's what I got and that works for me right now. So I'm gonna take this cloth I have and my coaster. I'm gonna clean my coaster because you want to make sure you have no dust, no dog hair. I have plenty of dog hair in my house, so I'm sure I will probably get more dog hair on it. I'm gonna cut some tape up. You do need scissors when you're working with the heat resistant tape, only because the tape does not like to rip very easily, which I mean is fine because I mean I don't want it to rip really easily when I'm working on something like this, so I mean it makes sense. I've been doing about 4 pieces of tape per coaster, but I just cleaned, I'll clean it again, just cleaned my coaster. So you clean your coaster, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start working on a plaited one. So I'm gonna kind of line up my, if this camera would ever focus, So I'm gonna line it up where I would like it to be. So I've got it lined up where I would like it. And now I'm gonna take my tape, my heat resistant tape, and I'm going to tape down the project right in place so it doesn't move, because you definitely don't want your project to move while you're heat pressing it. So I don't know if I explained this again, but this is my first project. Of course my battery is dying, so yeah, that's a thing. But this is my first Cricut project, so everything is kind of trial and error for me right now. But I'm working out the kinks so you guys don't have to. But I'm gonna go ahead and change my battery. Prepped, ready to go project here. So I have the cardstock on my heat mat. So it's like this. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it upside down. And then I'm gonna take my butcher paper and I'm gonna put it on top of that. And then I'm gonna heat press it. That is all I'm doing. My heat gun is green, so it is ready to go. So I'm just gonna place the first bit. I also am going to use a timer to try to help this along. So every 4 minutes I am moving it to like the sides. I start in the middle and then I work 4 minutes on the other side, and then I do another side and I make sure I get the other top and bottom, and then I kind of go over it a few more times just to make sure that it's all infused together. Also, another thing is, do not touch it while it is hot, and it will be hot. Don't burn yourself. So wait for it to just cool completely down before you touch it. That is my piece of advice. But I'm gonna go ahead and just prep my other ones while I am waiting for my 4 minutes to be over. Another thing I wanted to show you is this one. I still have the ink. I don't know if it'll focus, but I still have the ink around my project. If you can see, this is what's gotta go with the project still staying. So I am going to attempt to see if I can pop out. So I like to pop out like the little edge part and then rip. So if you can see, if it'll focus. I popped out the little edge part and then ripped it. So now I'm gonna go around the whole thing and make sure that it like gets all of the parts that are supposed to be your negative space, I guess, maybe, out. This part can be very tricky with this specific design, so just be like very fragile and patient with it. Okay, so now I have the excess off. I trashed that, and all that we're left with is my design with the clear plastic stuff behind it. Okay, if you hear rain, it is raining a little bit harder, but this one, so it's been, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. Just cause I'm waiting for those to cool. But this guy, is cooled now, so I can touch it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, so. Yes! All set. Look at that beauty. Yes, it worked. Not a lot of residue left. Only like a little tiny bit over here. But great job. Awesome. Love this. Honestly, not too bad. So, before I put on the W's, I'm going to go ahead and get the other two to cool down first. And then I'm going to choose the ones that are kind of wonky that I might need to cover up for the W's. Yeah. Okay, so we're back. This one is still kind of a little warm, but not like I'm going to burn myself to touch. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. honestly, so on the paper, you still have some red, but I mean, on the product, it's not that bad. I mean, some parts maybe a little more time maybe could have been presented, especially on like this side. Only a little, but it's not terrible. Like you can see right here, this line is more pink than red, but I mean, it's not bad. So most likely this one and this one, if I had to choose which one that I want to put a W on, I'm gonna probably do this one. So with that being said, I don't know why I'm grabbing that one. That one's not the W that goes on here. So I have my W right here and my little project, and I'm gonna go ahead and figure out alignment. I'm not gonna get tape because it's sticking on. So now I'm just going to heat press this, so I need to turn this back on. Make sure that's getting warmed up. While I wait for my last one here to cool down so I can look at it, I'm gonna go ahead and press this guy. Okay, so it's cooled down. I'm gonna see if it transferred. So, not too bad. Yeah. For my first project though, it's not that bad. So this corner is a little like not as solid on, and I also kind of noticed a little bit of a ring around where the tape was, so you could kind of see that it the plaid is kind of peeping through. So that kind of didn't work the greatest, but it actually doesn't look too bad. I'm proud of that. That's pretty good. Okay, so I realized I never showed you this one. This is my second one. This is not completely pressed, as you can tell. But I am just gonna go ahead and achieve, maybe put the W kind of, we'll do it that way. I'm gonna go ahead and press this, and I'll show you all the finished products when it's all done. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Sorry if it is all over the place, but give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, including your own mom if you're watching, or a mom that's watching. Happy Mother's Day. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what I should attempt to make next, maybe. And subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you're notified when we post every single Friday. This is Kiersten, whatever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.